Hi everyone, we have prepared latest market updates for July 15th, 2022. Renowned investor buys stake in Pinterest. Shares of Pinterest Inc. rose about 20% Thursday after reports that activist investor Elliott Management Corp. has increased its stake in the company by more than 9%. According to people familiar with the matter, Elliott Management has been in talks with the company for the past several weeks, but the context of those talks is unknown. Ben Cyberman, who stepped down as CEO when he became executive chairman in June, has about 37% of voting shares in Pinterest, which could limit Elliott Management Corp.'s ability to effect change. Although the company saw dramatic business growth during the pandemic and posted its first full-year profit of more than $2 billion in February, the number of active monthly users declined 9% in the quarter ending in March, and the company posted a net loss of $5 million. This was the result of loosening COVID-19 restrictions and people spending more time offline, as well as changes in Apple's privacy rules and slowing advertising spending. Cryptocurrency lender Celsius filed for bankruptcy. U.S. cryptocurrency lender Celsius Network said Wednesday that it filed for bankruptcy in U.S. court in the Southern District of New York, becoming another victim of the sharp decline in digital currency prices. New Jersey-based Celsius froze customer withdrawals last month, citing extreme market conditions that cut off access to savings for individual investors and caused turmoil in the crypto market. In the lawsuit, Celsius valued its assets and liabilities at between $1 billion and $10 billion to more than 100,000 creditors. The company has $176 million in cash. Even recently, during the pandemic, cryptocurrency lenders like Celsius were thriving, attracting depositors with high interest rates and easy access to loans rarely offered by traditional banks. They lend tokens mostly in institutional investors, profiting from the difference. But after a sharp market downturn, when risky assets began to sell off, then business model came under scrutiny, especially following the collapse of tokens like Terra USD and Luna in May. Oil rises on expectations of a U.S. rate hike. Oil prices rose on Friday on the prospect of a less aggressive rate hike in the U.S., although concerns about demand recovery held back gains. Sentiment was not helped by a new COVID-19 outbreak in China, which threatens to halt demand recovery. High prices also led to lower gasoline demand in the U.S. Brent crude futures for September delivery rose 1% to $100.04, and WTI crude rose 0.7% to $96.41 a barrel. Black gold traded mostly in line with Federal Reserve policy and the impact it may have on both demand and the U.S. dollar. Fed policymakers said Thursday that they favor another 75 basis point interest rate hike at this month's meeting, rather than the larger rate hike that traders had hoped for after Wednesday's report on accelerating inflation. However, concerns about the demand outlook continue to weigh on oil prices. Meanwhile, U.S. President Joe Biden is flying to Saudi Arabia on Friday to attend a summit of Gulf allies and urge them to pump more oil. But the spare capacity of members of the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries is running low. Most producers are operating at capacity, and it is unclear how much additional volume Saudi Arabia will be able to bring to market quickly.